looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. On second down, Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down, Raiders.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Jones has it. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Carr now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball at the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he finds Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 87 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Carr. Caught by Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. On 1st down, Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I'm coming. Switch. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill. Check.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you watched a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Check 3. Switch. Pick the edge. Hey, yo. Where's your hot?
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Cousins from the gun on third. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins to throw it. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Coming up. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Here's Matt Weil now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Taking on the midfield logo. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, here's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Clelin Ferrell in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
For the Raiders last year, they were 25th in the league in rushing, and a good reason why they used one of their 3 first-round picks on Jacobs for runs like we just saw. Jacobs was the first running back taken in this year's draft, 24th overall. That was actually the pick that was originally acquired from the Chicago Bears in that Khalil Mack trade. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To throw, it's Carr. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carr going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, they tried to get two and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Cousins. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, a costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
What down? 180. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And an alley to run. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check. Go, Chief. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Back.
Carr. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Bruce Ellington with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll try and run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. A little jet sweep to start the drive. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. 29. Shit.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the 2nd down.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Hey, flipper.
Check.
Ringo.
Kill.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
93.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting up. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, defense, look.
Here's Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Cousins on first down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10. At their own 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. A second down throw for Cousins. He's going to take off with it. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Throwing now is Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his Carr on third down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Danielle Hunter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And Bryant's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Hey, Steamer. Black.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Line out! Wide. Yellow. Where's the hot?
Now Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.